number is growing steadily. These include theories that the pandemic is a hoax or was started deliberately. The opinion poll conducted by the YouGov Cambridge Globalism Project shows growing numbers of people believe that governments are deliberately and massively exaggerating the death rate. According to the survey, 38% of people in the United States believe the death rate from the pandemic has been greatly exaggerated. There are similar findings in many other countries. In Nigeria, the number reaches 59%. Here in the UK, that figure is 22%, with more than 1 in 5 people believing they are being deliberately misled with an inflated death rate. The survey also found substantial numbers of people believe the pandemic is a complete myth. In Poland, 20% agreed with that statement. The percentages were similar in several other countries, while in the United States, 13% think the pandemic is a myth. So why do many people believe in these conspiracy theories? Dan Roma is the research director of Annenberg Public Policy Center at the University of Pennsylvania. He recently conducted a similar survey in the US on coronavirus conspiracy theories.
Well, part of the problem is they're hard to prove to be false. They are, by nature, a different kind of belief because they rely on sources that are not necessarily credible and information that can't be fact-checked. So it's very difficult to refute them. And at the same time, you have people who are inclined, for various reasons, to believe that what they are told by elites in the government, journalists such as yourself, medical professionals, they distrust elites.
Well, let's dig into that a little bit, because what you're suggesting there is the answer is quite deep and psychological. There must be reasons why people want to believe these conspiracy theories, or is it just a lack of critical thinking abilities?
Well, there's previous research has found that the people who are inclined to believe them are people who feel removed from power. They are powerless economically, politically. So in the U.S., we see people like disadvantaged minority groups are more likely to believe them. And we also see people who are supporters of the president, in part because conservative media, which support the president, have also suggested some of these theories, and members of his administration have provided statements that also give people reason to believe that these conspiracies may be true.
So what's the answer here then? Is this something, in schools, a better teaching of basic understanding of critical reasoning, probability, burden of proof, things like that? Or is there a deeper emotional education that's needed?
Well, it's difficult to say what kind of education would be needed, because it's very easy to think that the people who believe these things are somehow deficient in their abilities to process information. I don't think that's the case. They're absorbing information left and right through social media, through conservative media. It's the source that matters. And if they don't avail themselves of information from other sources and believe it, then they're going to be stuck with these beliefs. So I think what we need is for people who are typically looked to, who support these theories, will have to start saying maybe these theories are not true. And if that happens, that might be a way out of this problem.
Okay, just very briefly, I'm afraid we've just got 10 seconds left, but do you think this is a growing problem, or are we just more aware of it because we've got more social media and we're more connected?
Well, it's a growing problem in terms of the pandemic, because it gets in the way of people doing things that the public health community says they should do, like wearing masks and getting vaccinated. So it's a huge problem in that respect. And I don't think it's any more a problem in general than it has been previously.
Well, thanks to Dan Roma there. Now, the president of the